What the F is up there, figure freaks? Welcome back to the channel. Doing another action figure review. Yep, you guessed it. We are doing the Masterverse by Mattel. Masters of the Universe, New Eternia EVIL-LYN. Going around the side of the box, I like the profile pic as well as the body shot there. Back here we got a nice picture of the figure, some mini pics. Her with her little orb staff as well as her cape, which I believe is soft goods. And then we got a nice little write-up here along with pictures of the rest of the wave. I saw the new Fisto and the Flying Fists He-Man. I'm not sure if I need either of them. I had the previous offering of Fisto. Good enough. I don't think I need to upgrade it. Although this one does look good. He's got swappable heads and some new weaponry, so that's cool. Let's check out the readout here. Evelyn Morgan sold her soul to the Saturnian warrior goddess. She was given powers beyond her dark imagination, changing her forever into EVIL-LYN. We got a nice little close-up profile pic there. Looking kind of hot. Let's put it back on the turntable here. Now, I love this artwork here on the side. Look at the moon. It's got kind of a skull on it. We got Panther and some Skeletor minions. And EVIL-LYN standing in front of them. Looks like it could be Snake Mountain. Front of the box, beautiful picture. Good-looking figure. Some things kind of worry me. I didn't take a close enough look, but if you look at her helmet where they touch the cheeks, it seems like it's almost like peeling off from her cheek on one side, on our left, and then on the right it seems to be affixed. So we're going to have to see what's going on with that. But anyways, this does look more true to the source material, which to me is the 80s cartoon and maybe the comic books. The previous offering was, based on the Kevin Smith Netflix show, and she was kind of raggedy. Her gear is kind of shitty, almost like a homeless old bag woman. And this one looks to be more like what EVIL-LYN should look like. So let's open this puppy up, see what EVIL-LYN is all about. All right, out of the box and still in the molding, we got the same kind of background cardboard deal that we did with Faker. We got this all in red, just a monochromatic red. Kind of looks cool, but it's probably a throwaway for me. And then, of course, you got this little flap up here. Opens up where we get this bag. We have the top of her orb staff up here, so I'm assuming the bottom is right here in the bag, along with 2 more pairs of swappable hands. Let's see here, shall we? Oh. All right, for all those sensory kind of people here. Yeah, listen to the crinkle. All right, so we do have the hands here. We got a pair of open hands. She's got her nails done. We got the fists. And of course, the bottom half of the staff. That's gonna plug in just like so. Let me bust her out. She's tied into this molding here, so we're gonna take a little break here. Okay, here we are out of the box, and I'm going to just say, aesthetically, great looking figure, but as far as like quality and care, horseshit. Absolute horseshit by Mattel. So she's had a rough one here, so she's having a Coke and a smile, so shut the fuck up. But just some issues here. Look at this leg. Right down there by the ankle, it's cracked. It's cracked right there. So, boo hiss for that. I'm going to have to hit it with some loose joints, gooey stuff, and basically seal that crack. That is very unfortunate. Also, probably will have to glue. This isn't such a big deal, but it just looks off with this thing totally glued to her cheek, and this is kind of sliding off or breaking apart. There was like a small string of what looked like glue between the cheek and the helmet here, so it looked like it was kind of coming off of that, and there was some residue back there, so that's horseshit too. And then the cape is kind of goes through a little window on the plastic molding, and then it's actually taped down on the back side. So when I pulled it out, I had to get the tape off. But now on this side of the cape, it's all sticky icky. Look at that. So there's this cape here, and it's folded over and stuck. So I got to do something about that. Very unfortunate. So that's actually going to dock some points off of this figure. The look and the paint, not bad. But they should have taken better care in packaging it and maybe looked at, hey, her helmet looks a little off. Oh, what's this? A little bit of a fucking break in the ankle there. Maybe we shouldn't send it out. And lucky me, I got it. So there's that, which is pretty disappointing because I was excited to get a new EVIL-LYN. This, her little orb staff, pretty cool. Here's the bottom. And then, of course, we got the top with kind of these claw clasps on the orb. Fogged out orb, pretty cool. The previous one kind of came with with two of them. So maybe I'll have to keep one of those. But these just pop together like so. Wow. Well, there you have it. So pretty cool. I'm going to get her into position here with her staff. But first, let's measure her up, see what the height is. With her tiara, she is just over 7 inches tall. So that's about right. I do like the outfit. So this is more reminiscent of the 80s cartoon as well as stuff you would have seen in the comic books. I didn't mind the Kevin Smith cartoon. It had its goods and its bads, but I would say overall more bad, which is too bad because I am a fan of Kevin Smith, or I was. I don't know. Until I saw that Clerks 3, that movie was a piece of shit. So that's my opinion. But yeah, so let me get her all geared up, and we'll do some rating and comparisons. Oh, but first, let's do our articulation. Head swivels, turns all the way around, of course. It's on a ball joint, a single ball joint. Elbows or shoulders go up like that. There is no bicep swivel. We do have single jointed on the elbows. Pinless, of course, but kind of hampers her movement. They didn't put too much thought into this. We do have a pivot and twist on the wrist. We got the diaphragm swivel articulation. So swivel and pivot down like that. She can look down like that. She can look up hardly at all. And then actually we do have waist swivel as well, which is kind of nice to get the torso swivel with a waist swivel. That's not a bad thing. Then she can do the splits, something like that. Got the thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees, boot cut, and then of course we got the tilt and pivot on the ankle, which is cracked. I can fix that up. But as far as looks and design, I like this one way more than the previous offering from the Netflix series. So her legs are kind of janky too. Oh, there we go. Hopefully that helps. So I always liked EVIL-LYN. She's kind of the counterpart to Tila. So yeah, after everything is said and done here, I would give her probably, I don't want to go in the 5s, but I'll say a 6. And as far as like quality, I'm gonna give them like a 3, because just Mattel and whoever's boxing these guys up, pay attention. You know, this figure could have been great and could have gotten a better review had, you know, there been some more quality care taking place. Whether it's in the manufacturing, at the plant where they make these things, or in the boxing, somebody should have noticed this shit. So, very unfortunate, but not a total deal breaker, not gonna piss me off too bad. Just gonna make me cry a little bit. So not a horrible looking figure. Articulation isn't that great, so we're gonna just go with a 6 on the dot. I'm gonna point out that quality is down at about a 3 out of 10. But the overall, not a bad figure. Just wish there would been a little bit more care and quality control taking place. So let's get her all posed up, and then we're going to do comparisons. All right, doing some comparisons here. So we're going to bring in the Kevin Smith Netflix series version of EVIL-LYN here. Bang. Now, yeah, kind of some hobo garb, much shorter than this EVIL-LYN. So this is more true to the form, the source material that I believe is the correct looking version of EVIL-LYN. But as far as aesthetically, this older figure actually could be superior. We do have double jointed pinless arms there, as well as bicep articulation. We have that swivel there. So we got way more articulation. You know, this doesn't have the issues that this figure has. Still, from a distance, you're going to look at this one, and if you grew up in the 80s, you're going to be like, this is my EVIL-LYN. The face sculpt on the newer one is far superior. I actually kind of like the staff more. I might keep one of these when selling it. I also might keep her little satchel here, which I kind of like, but she's not really a satchel wearer. This is like hobo EVIL-LYN here. But they did put some more care and thought into this figure, because she's got the double jointed elbows and she's got the cut on the bicep. Now, why didn't we get that with the new one? It just seems weird. And like posing this, now I took this little accessory here that's a kind of a magical power accessory, power effect accessory, and I stole it off of this one and gave it to her. And that's, you know, I might take some stuff from here and give it to her over here, but I really wish that this figure got the same treatment with the arms articulation. And it really does look better. It looks truer to the EVIL-LYN look that I like. But again, why the heck didn't we get this kind of articulation that we got on this figure, which should be an inferior figure? They should have improved on it. So they didn't. They just didn't. And, you know, I'm not going to throw this figure against the wall or anything. It's just not that great. I think it looks great from a distance, you're going to be like, that figure's dope. But knowing what I know now, god damn it, Mattel. How dare you? Anyways, moving forward, it's still a 6. Looks great. It's just lots of issues, lots of mistakes. Where's my dog at? Okay, sorry I went on a little rant there, but and had to track down where my dog was to make sure he's not causing any trouble. But let's bring EVIL-LYN's master. Now look at this too. She is so tall that she's practically taller than Skeletor. Wow. All right. Well, interesting. So am I going to have to get another Skeletor? So we got EVIL-LYN, we got Skeletor. Let's bring in the Beast Man. Yes, master. I like this figure. It's not like the 80s version at all, and neither is the Skeletor, but still, I do like this version of Beast Man a lot. All right. Get the back guys in the background. And let's bring in some of the good guys here. Man-at-Arms. I love this figure. This is probably like a 2 or 3 year old figure, but just love the look of it. So yeah, this is my Man-at-Arms. There's been maybe 1 or 2 updated versions of this figure, and it's just, I can pass on it, you know. Then we got Ram Man Rammy, which I think is a great figure. I find this stuff to be very cool. The articulation is underneath this rubbery kind of coating or whatever, his leg here, and you can move it like that underneath. But it kind of gives off the look that it is actually a spring. So he can go boing and just ram into walls or bad guys, whatnot. I do like this Ram Man figure. Big solid figure. It's like built like the Thing, kind of. And then we got Stratos. And he should be holding this little mask here. Like so. I don't know what the heck's going on here. There we go. That's how I had him posed. So there you have it, guys. She gets a 6. Some quality control issues. It's too bad. You know, not that happy or excited about the figure. But good to have a good-looking, source material related EVIL-LYN in my display. She's a tall lady, though. My God. So, yeah, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you feel like it. Are you guys grabbing any of these new Motu figures? Did you guys find a faker out there? Get the new Fisto, the Flying Fist He-Man. What are some other characters that you would like to see in this line? Gosh, I'm not really sure. I pretty much have them all, but I want that Teela, where I think she's kind of green skin and kind of the Cobra Snake headgear. That's the Teela that I want, because that's the old school version of Teela that I first saw. You know, they made her into Man-at-Arms' daughter for the TV show, but I thought she was just kind of an independent badass, like almost like Barbarian, like almost like a female version of He-Man. And then they gave us She-Ra, so that kind of squashed that. So anyways, guys. Anyways. Hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you on the next one. Coming up, we're going to do Monday Night War. I'm going to kill the rest of that Gorilla Monsoon Build-A-Figure. We'll be doing Bret the Hitman Hart, Diamond Dallas Page, and Ken Shamrock coming up. And then we'll rate that whole wave along with the Ringmaster, Steve Austin, the Ringmaster, as well as the Gorilla Monsoon, and we'll rank and rate those figures worst to first. All right, guys. Peace out. That's a big bitch.